Yo, what's going on? What's going on? This is Trade Digital 89. You already know my channel, my YouTube channel, where we talk about everything technology. We code, um, we talk about blockchain, talk about crypto, we give out stock advice, all those things. We give all those things, all those great advice. Um, for people that don't know what my channel is about, we game here. We be in the metaverse. We be in the metaverse with Sandbox. We do all these things on this episode, everything technology. But today we're gonna stick to that topic, but we're going to make this a topic that will make us really, really like think about like what if, how could we adjust? What we have to do to adjust to, if this happened. Let me make sure. Why does this wait hold up? Trying to see if I don't know why it's not showing why I'm live right now. That's interesting. Let me see if I go to the other channel. I'm shadow banned. I shouldn't be shadow banned. I don't know. I don't know why I don't show why I'm what's not. Let me see. Okay. Let me see if I'm shadow banned. It's not shadow banned, so I don't get it. Let me see. It's not shadow banned. Okay. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, now it's showing me. Come on. So why I never, All right. So today's topic: how would you adjust if all social media on platforms black out for a long period of time? How would you adjust if all social media platforms all black out for a long period of time? How would you be able to adjust? How would anybody be able to adjust? People use social media for businesses. People use social media to connect with people. People use social media just for their mental health, just to make them feel good. Social media has became who we really are. It became who we are. This is like when we wake up, first thing we do, we checking, we scrolling social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We looking at the news for Twitter. Sometimes we don't even look at the news. We look at what's trending. So now you out of the loop when it comes to like what's going on in the world, because we're so caught up looking at social media. So it's so many layers to peel back with this whole topic. So let's start off like this. So we said, how would you adjust if social media platforms black out for a long period of time? I'm gonna base it off what I think. How will people adjust? I think people that was born the generation when I was born, the generation are we the millennials, right? We the millennials. Remember, we transitioned into the internet. Because before, when you had to call somebody, you have to actually call somebody. There's no text, there's no sending a DM, there's none of that. And our entertainment was our imagination. We used to go outside. We used to, play sports outside for a long period of time. Like when you're in the house, you're playing video games, but you're not over here scrolling on your phone. So I feel like the millennials, they will have a better millennials and the generation before us will have a better chance integrating. Because the generation before us don't use it as much. My grandmother, she's still alive. She's close to 80. And, she don't know nothing about it, the internet. She's still scared of it. It's still something new to her. So they able to navigate through society without social media. They can navigate without it. And then my mom's generation, she uses it a lot, but she'll be just fine if it blacks out. She knows how to navigate. My generation, we'll still have problems because we were still raised in that social media area. Like the millennials, we grew up into MySpace. Then MySpace went into Facebook. So we grew up into this, but we know how it feels without it. We know how it feels to navigate without it. We was the last generation to actually have childhood with going outside and actually communicating with others and having a good time with others. We actually had the luxury to do that. Like you remember freeze tag, you remember playing all these different sports. You remember basketball, we had to actually use a crate. This is the hood. So in the hood, you had to actually use the crate as the basket, or you use a garbage can, or you play OT OUT outs. Like we use our imagination. We use our imagination. Now the generation after us, Gen Z, they will trip out. They would trip out if it blacks out. I would be nervous. How would they react to it? Because they use it all day. Gen Z, my goodness, they use it all day. This is what they know. This is who they are. They social media is who they are. I would be concerned with them because it's going to be hard for me. It's going to be hard for others to be able to transition without all these major social media platforms, right? So, but we know how it feels to start from scratch and use our imagination and be without it. But Gen Z, they would struggle. They'll struggle something serious because this is who they are. And also, right, Gen Z, I would say Gen Z and any generation after that that was still young. I don't know what's the other. I guess it's all Gen Z. All Gen Z, they would struggle because this is who they are. They don't know anything else. You see the transition as far as going outside, not going outside. You communicating with people strictly online. You FaceTiming more. You playing the video games online. You going on all these different sites to communicate strictly online. Everything is online to them. They not used to like actually have to go meet somebody. So it would be horrible for them. It would be horrible for them. I don't even know how they would be able to adapt in society. Somebody may have to check on them. It would be totally crazy. They will be number one. The first thing is that they'll be bored. Their attention span is something crazy. It's different. They'll be extremely bored. They won't know what to do with themselves because they don't have an imagination outside of that. Everything is this. Got so used to social media because they was born into it. So this is all they know. This is all they know. And it's going to be a horrible, horrible transition if all the social media platforms blacks out for a long period of time. It would be very, very horrible. Also, it would be horrible for the people that it'll be horrible for the people that only like their business is tied up to social media, only social media. Like they so reliant on social media when it comes to their business. Those people will be in trouble. They'll be in trouble. There's people out there, like the Twitch community, shout out to them. I'll be up on Twitch. You can follow me, Trade Digital 33. But there's people up there that don't have a skill set. They just Twitch and they just play games and that's their way of making money. A lot of people, especially in this country, don't value education as much, so they fully rely on the money they make off of streaming. They fully relying on that. If that's gone, it's back to the drawing board. Where's the skill set? Where's the necessary intangibles you need to be able to make money now? There's people on TikTok, and I said this on my page because TikTok has become, and they're gonna eventually ban TikTok. People don't really know this. The US they're trying to ban it because remember TikTok is created in Japan or China, one of those places, but it's not created for us. I think it's China. My fault. It's TikTok was created in China, and they got fully control of the data. If you know how applications work, you know that when you download the app, it wants to see all your information, all your photos. It says, do you allow me to see your photos? Excuse me. Do you allow me to see your photos? Do you allow me to look at your data? So you want to download the app. So you allowing everything to happen. You're allowing everything to happen. So they get to analyze your data and they get to spy on you somehow, right? So the US is like, we can't have that. We can't have that right now. So they trying to ban it. And they ban that, it's gonna be a lot of people in trouble because I see this on TikTok all day. It be people on TikTok all day on live. It's one dude, and I feel sorry. I feel sorry, but then on the other hand, I don't feel sorry. Like it's just um it's just like this dude, like he sell art on TikTok. He sell art and he be on TikTok live all day. Like, please give me a gift, please give me a gift, please buy my art, please do this. And then sometimes he use like sentimental things so people could feel sorry. So he'd be like, yo, please send me a galaxy. A galaxy, I think a galaxy like $20. Because if you send like a galaxy, it's like $20, they get $20 or $10. It's called sending gifts. Like, so you go live, people could send you gifts, which is money. And so he was like, "Can you send me a galaxy? Can you send me a galaxy? I need money to pay my rent, or we gonna be evicted in 30 days, or send me a galaxy because we need food." So they use certain tools for people to feel sorry, and people do. There's a lot of people watching all over the world, you know. And it's people scam. I heard it's people scamming on there. People scamming on the live. Like they'll have the kid up there for other countries, and they be begging, and they be looking like they're homeless or something, and they be begging for money. There's people that be on TikTok live. They be putting their cash app up there. They said, everybody, yes, please, please. I'm homeless. I need to pay for this week being in a hotel, and they have the cash app. And people go on the cash app. So it's kind of like, what is it when like people beg for money? It's like them. I don't really know the name right now, but it's getting bad up there to the point that they need TikTok. This is their way of making money, and they may not have a plan B because they feel like, oh, this is killing right now. Why do I even need to do anything? Why I need to work? And it pisses me off because the dude that was selling the art, he was like, I don't have no shame of asking people for money, right? Okay. And he said, as Americans, we supposed to help each other out. If somebody have a dream out there, people should help with that dream. Instead of this person working a 9 to 5. And I'm saying to myself, why can't you do both? Why can't you because to be able to you got to be able to fund your dream, you got to be able to multitask. There's no sleep. The amount of time you spend on TikTok all day begging people for gifts, you should be using that time to make money, and you can still do TikTok joint and sell your art or telling people to give you gift, but you need to be out there making money because you can't continue relying on this because this can be shut down and they're working on it right now. That's why this is the point why I did this episode. So you got people doing that, right? So TikTok is like one of the major platforms for people making money. You got people on Instagram. They making money off of their businesses with the followers, and the followers is very, very key because certain businesses, certain music companies, like certain industries, they're like, okay, if you have this amount of followers, we can do business with you. because that means you have a lot of eyes on you, so they can use you. If Instagram is out, it's gonna those people has become useless at that point. They become useless. So it's like, how did people was able, or models or influencers was able to um be known and make money before, when social media wasn't there? Now that becomes not, because back then you actually gotta be talented. You actually gotta be talented, unless you were doing something like how the show Jackass was. When you get an MTV deal and you get to do like crazy skits, crazy stunts, and they got a buzz, and people's doing that now on social media. But you have to be able to get that. You have to be able to be seen now. Now the radio becomes pivotal. Now the TV networks become pivotal. So that becomes pivotal. Now you have to actually be talented. And you actually got to be able to know what you're doing business wise, and you got to go to. You remember back when you had a demo, when you went to go to like the BET building or the Hot 97 building, you had to literally have crates with, like, the DJ had to have their crates, and or the people that want to be rappers, they had to have a demo to give them. So they actually had the skills, they actually had the drive, they had to really, really, you know, really go after it. That's what they want. They got to do it. So back then, it was really relied on your skill and how determined you was. You wasn't getting lucky. You had to really earn what you get. So businesses are gonna take a nosedive that rely all their money on social media. Like the women on OnlyFans now, it becomes tough for them because they make it crazy bread, like 20, 40,000 dollars a month. But now, if that's over, what's the next for them? What they have to do? And I'm not saying all of them is doing, like, selling their, like, doing nudity and stuff like that on OnlyFans. But if you're not doing something that's intangible things, that, like, it's a necessary skill that people have to see you, like they have to, like the talent is through the roof, to the point that networks gonna have to, they go say, yo, we need her. We don't have OnlyFans no more, but we about to give her a deal to Oxygen or TV One or MTV or something, like a major network, because she needs to be on the TV because she's skillful. She have a lot of skills. People will struggle. If you don't got no skills, you're gonna struggle. That's why having the skill set, having actual talent, you want to rely on that. And if you don't have it, you better cash out quick, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. So businesses will nosedive, something serious. The people that do crypto, the people that's, because remember, these major platforms and stuff. Well, if it's just social media. Let's say like the money platform. Still in the money platform, people can still be making money. They can still invest, but a lot of people use social media for their money, for their businesses, for everything. And also, so we talked about businesses. We talked about how social media affects, how it affects certain generations. Now, how would social media affect people's mental health? I would say this. Um, Social media affected our mental health for the worse, because um, because the reason why I say it affects us for the worst, because the likes, we want to get validation for people that we don't even know, we're never going to meet, and it makes us feel bad, and we look at everybody else's life and we try to compare it to ours. A lot of relationships got jacked up because of social media, because they're like, well, this person did this, you ain't gonna never meet that person. So I feel like in the aspect of it being blacked out, it would totally help, but it would expose a lot of people, because so many people rely on the validation. They rely on the validation they get the because social media is like a validation overhaul. You get unbelievable amount of confidence from there if you got a lot of followers. Now you don't have that anymore. Where you're gonna get that validation, you're gonna actually have to be you actually have to go out in the streets, and you actually gotta be able to make yourself be seen. And some people don't want to do that. Some people is introverts. Some people is uncomfortable. They rather doing it in this screen, in this box, and they rather get money that way. They like the likes. Now you have to be seen. Now people got to see everything about you. That can expose you. That can expose you. That's why only again valid caring about what people say on social media. This is not real. This is not a real thing. This is not reality. This is fake. And if you look at this as a serious thing for you to get validation, if this go away, you may get exposed extremely bad. And you may start taking pills. You may start to do things to numb the pain that you're gonna feel, because now you actually in the real world. You actually in reality. You not because social media ain't nothing but a fake reality. And now you become real. There's so many people that use filters. There's so many people that hijack people's identity because they don't like who they are as a person. This would eliminate so many problems and so many people that rely on this as to maintain their ego, um maintain so many things in their life that they feel like, oh, I'm good, I'm this, I'm the crap, and I'm like that. All that going, and you just yourself, and you gotta actually do things, you gotta actually be seen, you gotta actually have a physical connection with somebody, you gotta actually do things in the physical realm of the world. That's when they're gonna have a hard time. That's when they're gonna have a hard time. So I feel like it'll be a good thing for people's mental health, but the people that's stuck in that world of social media, they won't be able to handle it and whatever. They won't be able to handle it at all. And they would go to like drugs and drinking to be able to numb it, to get out of this reality. Because they can't handle being in the real world, because their whole life is revolve around social media, which is a fake reality. So so that's my take on it. And I could say how I would be able to adjust, and because we gotta help each other out, we gotta get somebody something. It can't be just all bad. So how would I adjust if all social media platforms blacked out for a long period of time? The first thing, because I do read, and I always try to keep a balance somehow, a balance from social media in the real world, because you don't want to always do one thing and that's the only thing you do, because it's easy for you to get extremely addicted, even though I'm all on social media, and that's all I look at. But I do like to read. See the books in the back. I got books I read, and reading is so dope, especially things that you're interested in. So I would be able to read more. I would be able to and I like being around my friends. I'll be able to see my friends. We could be able to play board games. We could be able to talk. Talking is the greatest thing. Um, just having a physical connection with people. It would be tough. It still be a transition for me, but I would be able to. I would be doing those things, and, checking on my people, reading, reading more. Doing the intangible things. Because I do like to code. I like to code. I like to create things. I'll be writing scripts. 'Cause I'm a real creative person. And money wise, like I said, I'm a very, very creative person. So I will figure something out money wise. But I have a job. I have a 9 to 5. So I don't really rely on social media for money. I'm out here actually working, and I'm actually focused on education, because I want to be able to create real things in the world. I want to be able to solve real problems in the world, being a programmer, coding and doing machine learning. And the machine learning is going to help solve real problems in the world. Understanding blockchain is going to help real problems in the world, especially when it comes to um, energy. Saving energy with certain mining algorithms you can do to be able to save energy, and also transactions would be easier. You won't have to rely on a bank. So I value education, and I value actually skills and talent. I will lean towards that to make money. So you need to start figuring out what you want to do in life. And if you that person that your whole business is tied up to social media, and you don't really have like your skill set, like if this all go away, you don't have some like, oh, I can rely on my skill set, I can rely on what I do. You need to figure out what you want to do ASAP. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Um, please follow me, Trade Digital 89 on IG. Follow. Hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Please share as well. This is great information. We had a little dialogue today, and also follow me and Marquise podcast on the dotted line. We got an episode we just dropped, crazy hidden secrets. So follow us on the dotted line 18 on Instagram, and click the link so you can see our YouTube channel on the dotted line episodes. So check that out. Follow me also on TikTok. Trade Digital 89 on TikTok. I think it's Trade Digital 30. No, Trade Digital. Let me see. I think it's Trade Digital 89. One second. Let me double check that. Let me see. I think it's Trade Digital 89. Let me see. Uh, Let me see. Trade Digital 33. So Trade Digital 33 is my TikTok. So please follow me. So you see Trade Digital, just add 33. Follow me. And I'm also gonna be dropping some coding exercise, how to create your own simple Python game, how to create and analyze statistical data in Python, all that good stuff. So make sure you follow, like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, that's it for this episode. Hope everybody enjoy it, and we go keep doing more. And also on Twitch, Trade Digital 33 on Twitch. I'm gonna be doing games on there. So yeah, just make sure if all your businesses and everything and mental health, everything is strictly on social media, please have a balance of the real world. Actually do things in the real world. Have a skill set and a talent that you can rely on, so you can be able to navigate easier. So that's it for this episode. Trade Digital. I see you when I see you.